Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 2, title A Man is Only Good as His Bird. And this episode, I was like, already this is better than Season 1. Already. Like, the tone shift. How heavy on the characters it is. How mature Peacemaker is. Even though you have the crazy humor in there, like Peacemaker is trying to hide his, let's call him F2 Peacemaker's body, his F2 counterpart, and he's shoving the body into a cupboard, but it doesn't matter what happens, the body keeps walling out, and he's like, oh, for God's sakes. He's trying everything he can possibly do, but the body keeps the body keeps sliding out of the closet, and you get some humor like that, but the most of the episode is heavy on characters, heavy on emotion, natural reactions that human beings probably would do. There's in episode 1, Hardcore got into a bar fight. You could tell that she wants to feel something. She wants to feel something, and what she does is goes to bars, piss people off, and get into bar fights. And of course, her face is totally messed up, and she's just walking in a regular store, and the natural reaction for some people would be like, clearly she's a victim of domestic violence. That she is the victim of some dude beating the shit out of her. Which, you think about it, that was the case. But it's not the case people have, what they normally would think. But and how Hardcore's like, I'm not what you think you are. But the person who affronts her keeps, talking about the statistics. And, it is kind of probably true. Hey, a lot of women don't think they're the victim, and, it's okay, and she's like, I'm not one of you, this is not what you think, I mean, personally, I would make some bullshit story, I'm a UFC fighter or some shit, probably that's the way to go, but, some, Fight Club kind of thing, or you did some motorbike racing, because you can't say the words bumping into a wall, because that's kind of a walking cliche, but that's what I was thinking, I could just say, you're a UFC fighter, or mixed up, learning mixed martial arts, and this is the damage that you got from it, maybe, but it felt real, it felt realistic what that would be. You have, even though, you have even the scene between, forgot the character's name, but she had a relationship with her girlfriend, and she clearly walked into the house, trying to quickly get something, but the girlfriend caught her in the act, and saying, we're breaking up. This is not what, you can't just walk in here anymore. You have to understand that we're done. But there was a line about, we were planning to go back to Gotham. Question, why would you want to go back to Gotham? That would be a city. That would be a city that if you are able to avoid from all costs. Seriously. Why? It's like, last week, on last week's episode, there was a news anchor in the episode saying the Criminals game released in Arkham Asylum. Yeah, that's technical Tuesday. That's called Tuesday in Gotham. That's like, Batman's like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's like, who's Al again? Zaz? Okay, Victor Zaz Al again, I guess. Ivy? Who gave him a plant? You know, joke, fuck, like, anywhere you turn, you're gonna get mugged, murdered, or worse. Like, I don't know why you want to move back to Gotham, all things. Central City is the way to go. I would say Coast City, but, you know, in case Cyborg Superman ever happens, and we know what happens in, you know, the comics, it makes Hal Jordan a bit cuckoo. Central City seems to be the safest city. Seems to be. Now we're getting a lot of people be like, you think Central City is? You think Central City is the safest? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm like, oh, yeah. Because I was thinking Metropolis, but then, you know, from the events of Superman, it's like, yeah. So, you know, kaijus and all that, so... But, you know, you have Superman on you. Yeah, Superman, yeah. But once again, why would you want to go to Gotham? But, you know, that fight, that argument felt real. Everything felt real in human emotion out for you, even the little jokes here and there, or stuff that you go, why? Once again, Gotham. But, and that, and it's just, even the introduction of the new Argus agent who's like in the van, and you know you're thinking, oh okay, he's gonna be polite and all that kind of stuff, and then he says something completely like dickish and jockish, you know, talking about how he wants to bang one of the characters, and you know, talking about making fun of people who like Pokemon, and if you correct him, he's gonna say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you were busy doing that. I was busy, you know, getting laid," kind of stuff. You just go, God damn it. Eagly in this, by the way. Eagly! Whew! You know, swatting along. You know, after taking out those Argus guys. Taking out those Argus guys. Just left, right, and center. Swooping down, taking eyes out. I was like, woo! He was literally swatting. That eagle was swatting. Once again, it's eagle for those people who have bird blindness. Bird blindness. I was like, is that kind of like color blindness? Or I don't know the difference between a duck and a pigeon or eagle, and you go, okay. Once again, that's from the Argus agent. Jesus. And that. So, take that as you take that as you will. But yeah, I mean, even the ending, the last few minutes, it's all about happiness and how, you know, it's kind of edging Peacemaker to go to Earth 2 and live the life where he wants to be beloved. You know, in the day, he wants to be beloved. He wants to, you know, get the girl that clearly didn't work out with him at Hardcore. He wants his family that are dead. He's the only like living relative that he has. And he wants to be a hero. He wants to be like, hey, I want to save the world. I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be a murdering psychopath anymore. But of course, you got Rick Flag Sr. on his ass because he killed him. Because of the events of the Suicide Squad. It's not canon! Oh, for fuck's sake, just make it canon. Just make it canon at this point. You're showing footage from the movie. You're showing footage of the movie. If you're just like everything's the same footage and you're just CGIing, I don't know, the new Harley Quinn or something. You know, saying like, oh yeah, she starts off, she started Star Wars, except, you know, the Margot Robbie version. Who, I know. You know? Maybe it was Magpie or something, I don't know. Or Dice. Which is kind of like a Two-Face Harley Quinn, because I read the recently the Two-Face miniseries that came out last year, and didn't realize there was a Two-Face Harlequin character who was a little bit too is too much of a fan of Two-Face. And when I mean Two-Face, I mean it's like Harvey get the I don't want to look at this part. I want to look at the white side of your face. I just want to talk about the the Two-Face, not Harvey, but I want to talk to Two-Face. That's what Dice is like. Apparently daughter as well, but like Two-Face's daughter, not Harvey's daughter. Anyway, that was a new character. I didn't know she's been around for a bit, but yeah, or she's just got Cray in that series. But yeah, I actually won't lie, I kind of recommend it. I quite like it. Definitely is like a courtroom kind of thing. But anyway, it's also like Harvey trying to Two-Face Harvey then trying to right his wrongs and trying to be a good guy and see if he can still be, maybe not the distant attorney anymore, but some version he once was. Anyway, enough about that. But yeah, I like this episode. This is I'm on board. I'm on board with the season. I was like, yeah. Anyway, comment below. Let me know your thoughts of this episode. Unless you're a sniper boy, if you're a sniper, I know your answer's gonna be, this is perverted. This is not, since Superman came out, children are gonna watch this. If you don't want the simple, you have a responsibility. If you don't want your child to watch Peacemaker, you don't let them watch Peacemaker. The end.